From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now all the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
This episode of News 8 Daily 8 is presented by Downtown Indy.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Tuesday, October 27th. We may have a few spotty showers this morning. We're going to stay pretty chilly today, too, with highs in the upper 40s. But hopefully that sun will peek out this afternoon. There's a chance for that. All right, let's jump right in.
The oath that I have solemnly taken tonight means at its core that I will do my job without any fear or favor, and that I will do so independently of both the political branches and of my own preferences.
Today, Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett starts her work as the 115th Justice. The former Indiana judge will take the judicial oath by Chief Justice John Roberts in a private ceremony today to be able to begin participating in proceedings. There are major petitions awaiting Barrett on the High Court. Those are Trump's taxes, the election, and the Affordable Care Act. The justices are set to decide soon whether a New York prosecutor will get access to President Trump's tax returns and other financial documents. Barrett could also be decisive in several rulings impacting the election. The court is set to hear cases on mail-in ballot extensions in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. Then in 2 weeks, the court is expected to hear the Trump-backed challenge to the Affordable Care Act. Governor Holcomb shared his congratulations following Barrett's confirmation. He wrote a statement saying, "Judge Amy Coney Barrett is another in a long line of Hoosiers prepared to make our state proud at the federal level. I'm confident her experience and intellect will continue to guide her as she welcomes this new awesome responsibility." And the Trump administration is sending more than 2 million rapid COVID-19 tests to Indiana. The tests can confirm coronavirus in as little as 15 minutes. Governor Holcomb owns the discretion on how the tests will be distributed. Holcomb says 243,000 will be sent directly to long-term care facilities. The state is also planning to distribute more to schools, the Department of Corrections, and counties with higher positivity rates. An antibody drug study by Lilly is over. Scientists paused the study 2 weeks ago because of a possible safety issue. Told you about that here on the Daily 8. Yesterday, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases said there was no safety problem, but the drug had a low chance for helping hospitalized patients. Lilly says the government is continuing a separate study that tests the drug in mild to moderately ill patients in hopes of preventing severe illness. And today is 1 week from Election Day. President Trump and Joe Biden are ramping up their campaign stops. Biden will go on the offensive today, stopping in Georgia, which has not backed the Democrats since 1992. President Trump is focusing on states he flipped in 2016, visiting Michigan and Pennsylvania today. John Lawrence reports on this last lap.
The 2020 presidential campaign is entering the home stretch.
Who is going to vote for President Trump?
President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden spent Monday in the battleground state of Pennsylvania.
I just want to make sure we can earn every vote possible.
With 1 week to go until Election Day, more than 60 million people have already cast their ballots nationwide.
I wanted to make sure that there was no delay.
North Carolina, a toss-up state according to national polls, has high voter turnout so far.
It seems like it's more important than years ago.
The COVID-19 pandemic is among the issues dominating the campaign, and the candidates' positions differ greatly.
We have made such strides. It's absolutely an amazing thing what we've done in a period of 7 months.
The bottom line is Donald Trump is the worst possible president, the worst possible person to try to lead us through this pandemic.
Over the next 7 days, Americans will decide whether President Trump gets a second term.
You know, they call it the Great Red Wave, and they're waiting for it.
Or if Joe Biden becomes the next president.
You know that blue wall has to be reestablished.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
There are now more voting machines in use in Marion County in hopes of shortening wait times at polling sites. Every square inch of floor space of the locations is taken. The voting machines have to be 6 feet apart to allow for COVID-19 precautions, which limits how many can be set up. The early voting centers in Marion County are open this week from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. On Saturday and Sunday, they'll be open from 10 a.m. until 5.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer,
the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
And today is the last day that the U.S. Postal Service says you should mail in an absentee ballot. There is another option, though. Starting Saturday, you will be able to turn in your ballot at the post office's main location downtown. It's located at the corner of South and Illinois Streets. Once you return your ballot there, USPS officials say that they will make sure it gets turned in to the county clerk's office on time. The Postal Service manager says specifically anything handed in at that main location by Tuesday morning will make it to the clerk's office by noon on Tuesday, so it will arrive on time. As of yesterday in Marion County alone, more than 25,000 mail-in ballots are outstanding. Officials say the Postal Service is considering another ballot drop-off location if there is a need. And new numbers this morning from Marion County Election Board. The count is from the first 21 days of in-person early voting. So far, 125,506 ballots have been received compared to the more than 42,700 in 2016. The number includes 69,670 mail-in ballots, up from about 13,600 during the same time 4 years ago. There is a similar upward trend with 53,030 voting in person this year. That number was more than 27,000 in 2016. And today, Indianapolis city leaders will highlight new bike trail improvements with a bike ride. Mayor Joe Hogsett will join DPW and Indy Parks leaders with a ribbon cutting at the convergence of the newly extended Fall Creek Trail and the Central Canal Towpath. This year, the city says 11 major trail and greenway projects underwent construction. After the ribbon cutting, leaders will direct cyclists to go on a 17-mile route or a shorter 5-mile route. And starting Friday, restaurants in Indianapolis will be able to apply for a grant created to help them survive the winter. News 8's Sierra Hignite talked to business owners to find out if they think the grant will be enough.
This is about the time of year that bars and restaurants in Indianapolis would start bringing in their outdoor seating for the season. But with restrictions still in place in Marion County on capacity for inside, restaurants are now trying to figure out how they can make these seating areas viable through the winter. As the leaves continue to change and the temperatures drop, restaurants in Indianapolis are trying to prolong the life of their outdoor dining.
And if we could keep it, it would be great. You know, if we could keep it to the winter and keep it heated, keep it warm, keep people out there, it'd be awesome. I do not foresee that happening.
The city of Indianapolis is offering to reimburse businesses up to $2,500 for things like heaters, outdoor seating capacity, canopies, or other necessary PPE to make their outdoor seating areas accessible during colder months. World of Beer General Manager Stephen Burrows says that logistically, he doesn't think it would be worth it for his business to invest in outdoor seating for winter.
How many people are actually going to sit out there? Even if you do get it all set up, are people still going to sit out there in the dead of winter? Probably not.
Slapfish owner Mark Weghorst already has a tent set up with a heater that he shares with the business next door.
I was thinking about this day in August when it was 100 degrees out, and you know, what are we going to do when it gets cold, trying to figure that out, and we're still trying to figure it out.
Businesses that have a winter setup are paying between $1,000 and $1,700 a month to rent the tent alone.
It's pretty hard to find a tent, and it's even harder to find a heater.
Restaurant owners are having to ask themselves if it's worth it to invest in the setup, not knowing if it can withstand the winter conditions for a dining experience.
We know that January, February could be 3 or 4 feet of snow or more, and we're just going to be stuck with no patio seating and the less people going out in general.
If it gets down to 20s or 30s, I don't think anybody's really going to be eating outside.
That application process opens up this Friday. It will remain open through November 20th. We've got all the details and requirements up on our website right now. That's wishtv.com.
And today, a downtown Indianapolis restaurant will shut its doors permanently. The owner of Burger Study says economic conditions have made operations unstable. The restaurant opened in 2017. It was so great. Burger Study employees, though, have been offered jobs at other Hughes culinary restaurants, including St. Elmo's Steakhouse and Harry and Izzy's. And the restaurant group says those other restaurants are doing great because those are destination places where Burger Study really relied on conventions and tourism and businesses in the area, which just aren't seeing that population right now. So those others are thriving where Burger Study is shutting its doors today. And the USDA has approved Indiana's plan to allow farmers to commercially grow and process hemp. The decision allows farmers to apply for their own hemp growing license. They previously needed a research proposal and to be associated with a university to get one. Applications will be open online in November for the 2021 growing season. Indiana is now one of 29 states with approved hemp plants. Hemp has a very low concentration of THC and is used in CBD products. And you can now give your input on changes to the area of 25th Street and the Monon Trail. A committee of local leaders and people who live in that area will reach out to people asking for input. The committee will then share the feedback as it explores potential future uses of the site. People can either text to vote or fill out a detailed survey. Both will be open through mid-November. A virtual meeting will provide a final opportunity for input on Tuesday, November 17th at 6 p.m. Much more information at wishtv.com. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This episode of News 8 Daily 8 is presented by Downtown Indy.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.